Welcome to MetroFanTV. I'm here with Lee. Lee, this was an awesome game, big 3 points. How does this game make you feel?
It makes me feel really, really good. I think that by bringing the GEGEN Nazi's flag, which is not easily whipped out on this was clearly the good luck charm of the game. Being against Nazis is a good thing. It gets you nice wins against Zlatan, that motherfucker. I want to actually read out some text that my mom sent me at the beginning of this game, because I've literally never seen my mother as angry about any one soccer player in the world as she was about Zlatan Ibrahimovic before the game even began. She was just like, "Fuck Zlatan!" exclamation point. These TV announcers worship him. The camera person loves him too. They keep showing his ugly face. These assholes are sticking up for Zlatan after he elbowed Long twice in the head. I hate John Champion. I can't stand to hear his voice. That's not about Zlatan, but I'm assuming he was talking about Zlatan, so I get it. To get a win out of a game that makes my mother that angry, I think is a good thing. I didn't hear from her after we started winning, so I feel like she must have been a lot happier.
This is a big win against arguably the best team we've played against this whole season, with the exception of Champions League, which never actually happened.
I know, there's no such thing as Champions League. I was here in the cold for a couple of days just to hang out. There was no games.
It was a meet and greet.
Yeah.
But this was a significant win against a good team. Do you think this is kind of just one of those games where they step up in the moment, or do you think this is a game that they can kind of use this going forward and gain some momentum?
I think that this game really feels like one of the ones that you would gain momentum from. I know we won last week, but that felt like that was just such a tough, ugly, weird win. That didn't feel like that was nice because we needed a fucking win, but it didn't feel like you could gain really momentum from it. Or maybe we did because we won this one. For this one, though, it really felt like, honestly, to give him credit for one thing, it felt like our players really woke up to play Zlatan, especially after the first half. The first half was a little bit more difficult for us, and I think they were so fucking pissed off at the way things were going against Zlatan that they refused to let the second half go the same way, and they were fired up, and it was awesome to see. They were really out there for it. I thought that also the subs all worked out really well. I have not been the biggest fan of Armis's sub choices, both in the people he's brought on and the timing of the subs, but today they were all fucking top notch. That hella young, front four of White, Ivan, Omir, and DEJ, I've never been DEJ's biggest fan, but DEJ has gotten his groove back. I think those games in Red Bull 2 have sort of fired him up a bit, and he just plays really well with these guys, and so I really want to see more from all of them this season. I think it'll bode well for us moving forward.
Yeah, that's kind of one of the fun things if you kind of follow, even loosely, Rebel 2, is you see these kind of young guys come up through the ranks, and to finally see most of them kind of end up on the field and playing well together was pretty exciting.
Yeah, it was very cool.
So I've kind of posed this question to everyone else. Now, again, a big one, but we have a little bit of congestion coming up. We have a game coming up on Wednesday, thankfully at home, and then a game right after that. I think it's away. So do you think that maybe there's a little bit too much congestion so quickly after what could be a game to kind of ride the confidence on, or do you think it's a good thing? Do you think that maybe it's kind of helped and just keep rolling?
I think it's a good thing. I don't think you want to have too much time to wait after a big game like this. You do want to keep your momentum going. And let's be real, we saw a bunch of young guys come on for maybe about half hour to 20 minutes each and play really well. I think that if you're worried about fixture congestion, you give some of those guys starts. And see what happens, and so I'm not too worried.
So, one thing about the season, besides kind of weird substitution choices and whatnot, is we've seen a lot mixed up in terms of the formation, the lineup, and kind of where guys are playing. So this is now the second game in a row where we've seen them start with the three in the back. Do you think this could be kind of like a almost repeat of 2017 where it took a formation change to kind of inject a little bit of life into the team? Or do you think this might just be masking a little bit of other issues, or a combination?
I think it's safe to say that it's probably a combination of both. I think that the formation change has introduced some new guys into the mix who add some new energy that helps wake up the team. I also think that we had to make that change in order to get some results, and that has worked out, so I'm not going to complain. You got to do what you got to do to win a game. That's the important thing. I would just also like to say that people can stop blaming everything on the midfield. please. Because you know what? Tyler Adams ain't coming back, and you ain't cloning him anytime soon. No one is going to be Tyler Adams but Tyler Adams. Dude is a fucking freak of nature, and he's off in Germany now, going to have a great career there, and that's lovely. Fucking Mark Tchaikovsky has had a really fucking amazing game today, as we saw of him being a man of the match. He was all over the field, especially in the second half, in the fucking 10 position, which is like not, you know, in recent memory, traditionally like his position. He was freaking fired up to kick Zlatan's ass, even though Zlatan is like a fucking foot taller than him. He was like, you know, sliding into people. He had a million fucking great crosses that like if we had like been better at finishing, he would have had like fucking 6 assists today. He had a goal. If he had just gotten a yellow card, he would have had like the Gordie Howe hat trick of fucking soccer. Like, fucking leave this guy alone for not being Tyler Adams. I'm sorry that like he can't play for the U.S. national team at any point. Like, I'm sorry he didn't come from like our academy, and if he came from like the fucking Zweite Bundesliga, which is the best league in the world, by the way. Like, fucking put some respect on his name, because without him, we don't fucking win today.
I can't argue against that. MetroFanTV signing out.